David Bell is a marketing professor at the University of Pennsylvania's Warton School of Business. He says Spring Festival spending is not necessarily limited to high-end items.
We're seeing also a bit of a bleeding of the holiday into the consciousness of even people like myself who are based in the United States. So as we're living in this more global world now, so people who might buy those products are not even necessarily people who are originally from China, who are maybe now living permanently in the United States, but just sort of everyday regular people. So I was out myself recently, last week, eating Chinese food at restaurants in New York with friends from China, exchanging red envelopes, looking at different products and so on. So it's really becoming pretty widely diffused as I'd say, part of the pantheon of popular holidays.
And, China is, as you know, the world's second biggest economy. So if the Chinese are spending a lot of money inside China, is there global implication here?
Yes, certainly global implications because, a lot of other things happen. China, of course, is also the factory of the world. So if I'm based here in New York City and I'm procuring product from China that I'm selling, there are implications for me in terms of inventory. There are big implications in terms of global markets, stock market activity slowing down around the time of the holiday and then coming back. So at a very high macro level, this is very, very impactful on pretty much every economy.
And David, how would you say social media has changed or transformed spending habits?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question because social media now we can see what everybody's buying, what everybody's sharing, what everybody's doing. And in addition, if I'm on social media, part of my persona, not necessarily myself, but part of one's persona is sometimes to show the things that we're enjoying, that we're spending on, that we're consuming with our friends. A little bit, maybe that might be a little pejorative, but yeah, certainly wanting to share with our fans and followers what we're doing, and a lot of that's consumption.
And, in the West, around the holiday time, around the Christmas season, people spend a lot of money and retailers really make a lot of their profits during this time of year. Does it work the same way in China with the Spring Festival? You got a lot of spending, and once the holiday is over, there's a major slump.
Yeah, there tends to be a little bit of a dip, and that's a really interesting observation because what economists and people who are sort of looking at the big picture tend to say, you know what, let's not look too closely at February and January and really wait until things settle down in March to get a true sense of, what's the direction for the upcoming year in terms of the economy. So certainly there's the sense that, there's a boom, maybe not necessarily a bust to follow, but what follows in March is less pronounced.